Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. ThrashMetalGuru here. And today, this video I wanted to share with you, specifically to you guys as the audience, an audience that I'm really humbled and damn proud to at least talk to and actually have someone who actually likes the stuff that I like to talk about. And to be one step further with what I'm going to be saying, that I'm very grateful and I am very, I can just say, honored that I actually have people who like what I do, and trust me, I couldn't really done it without a lot of people, including some friends who've helped me with a lot with my channel as well. So I wanted to tell you guys thank you very much, and everyone else who subscribed to me, thank you guys. You guys are awesome, and this is mainly what this video is about. It's something of like a little bit of a life lesson that to anyone who actually has an audience, a following as well, and something that we have called control. You know, control of what your emotions or control of what you say before expressing it out. Now, the subject happens to be based upon something that I had an argument with, which kind of went all the way back to this whole Caitlyn Jenner and the soldier thing and the comparisons. Now, I'm not gonna give the details out because I will say this in respectful ways, despite the fact that I'm annoyed at this person and I was fed up with his shit. I'm actually going to leave this person's name out. Now, for the person a friend of mine who made the post about the whole Caitlyn Jenner soldiers thing, which was about a few days ago, and not to really jump this bandwagon thing, his opinions was his opinions, and I spoke my opinion, and my opinion was respected by this person. I actually said to this person that I believe that Caitlyn Jenner and the soldier that are displayed in both the pictures are both heroes and both are courageous, and my opinion was still respected. Now, despite the whole debacle between this person that I was fed up with and the person who made this post to begin with, that's not what I actually had to deal with. What really kind of started this little issue, it kind of goes back a little bit further than that, but I want to just go from here. I've warned this person several times, and I actually had this video unlisted, and I'm fixing to delete that because there's no point in keeping that around. But I warned this person many times to think about what he's doing to get his head out of his ass, because people are leaving him and time is slipping. And unfortunately for him, people left him. He slipped and he can't climb back up. But continually, he begins to descend down, and this is what really got me to do the idea to tell this to you guys. So this really kind of all begins with an argument that I had with this person. I said, during, in a private message with this conversation, actually this was public, then it goes into that. So we got into an argument with this whole autism thing, because apparently this person likes to use autism as an insult, and the response I got of it was just... I'll just start by reading it. And just in case, it is actually being shown on here too. So, let's just read off what he says to this certain person, who actually happens to go with that initial certain person as P. The reason why the whole autism thing is used as an insult is because I, which meaning himself, and many others don't like how certain people with the disorder like to play favorites with their own struggles and like to say that being politically incorrect about autism is bad because, and I put this in parentheses because he made this entire thing big, that's what I am, and therefore those are the only group of people you cannot mock, and those in this does not sound self-absorbed at all whatsoever. Well, I mean, but still, using the whole autism thing to justify a lot. But anyway, I'll just use the argument that I made against him. So that justifies using it in an argument like this. I know me and my friends' opinions are different and they contrast, but that does not mean we go at each other for using autism as a projected insult. It's basically a respect for one's opinion, and yet you wonder why people are leaving your side. Certain person says, they're leaving my side because I ended up telling everyone to go to hell, and honestly, it was the most liberating thing I have ever done. I had built up so much pent-up hatred and anger for the longest time that exploding it out on people I couldn't stand was the most freest thing I have ever done. So, exploding it out on people that you couldn't stand, but yet you say this to your entire audience, your entire fan base, people that watch you, people that didn't deserve it. And you're telling them to go to hell. So I say to him, but you're telling everyone to fuck off or go to hell was not only the most condescending thing to do, but you spat in everyone's faces that still supported you, and you intentionally let them down. That is not a dedicated person. It certainly shows how bad your character is by projecting your anger on people in your audience that didn't even deserve it. Of course, from his response, they're leaving my side because I ended up telling everyone to go to hell, and honestly, it's the same damn thing. Actually, this is what I was supposed to read. I'm sorry. I actually had 2 screenshots of this. This is actually the response. I saw how many people left when I told them my past. Don't think I didn't realize. Didn't think I realized. I'm sorry. Maybe that was the motivation for telling them to fuck off. The fact that when you have a dark past and you're not given any goddamn chance to repent for all of that, in my opinion, it says more about those people than it does people with a fucked up past. I can basically just say it from right here. There are things in my personal life that I can't atone for that I can't really go back and fix. And it's like high school stuff. I can't go back and fix those things, and there's some dark things about part of my life that I want to fix too because it affected me in so many ways. But do I use that to justify telling my entire audience to go to hell or fuck off? No. Especially those that don't deserve it or didn't actually put their input into it and didn't see what was going on. You don't tell your audience to go to hell or fuck off for some reasons that they weren't even responsible or even involved in for. And still yet, you still wonder. It was the most liberating thing for you to do by spitting in people's faces and losing their respect for the most stupid reasons ever. Everyone here that basically talks in front of a camera has something dark in their past too. So that doesn't make you more justified. That makes you more playing the victim complex. But aside from that, like, I don't know why I'm talking to the audience like that. That's actually talking to this person. I don't know why. But anyways, I want to talk to you, the audience, now. And basically, it just got me thinking that if you're a person who talks on YouTube and you decide to put your personal life out there, talk about your past, but just remember, don't take it out on your audience because your audience is your audience is the people listening to you, at least. Whether you think they're acknowledging it or not, there's basically some people out there that are watching your video. And some people are willing to understand. Some people are actually willing to sit down for a minute, take the time to acknowledge what you have to say, and at least say, and some people can relate to it. It's like, yeah, I can feel what this guy's feeling. Sometimes, I'm a little bit uncomfortable trying to express it. I mean, I'm not saying that's the case, but some people can feel like that. I myself would put personal stuff out here on YouTube, and I ended up regretting that. And that was my own damn fault. But that doesn't make me justified to tell my audience that they need to fuck off or go to hell. Because my audience is pretty fucking cool. They take the time to watch my stuff, at least give it a chance. They're unbiased to what they think of me. There's some people that are subscribed to my channel that don't even like what I have to say sometimes. But yet I respect their opinions as well. I'm not going to tell them to go fuck off or, go to hell because they want to express opinion. It depends on the hostility, though. That's kind of different, though. But I'm glad to have an audience that is at least civil and very, that give opinions a chance. They at least acknowledge what someone has to say, or at least I have the knowledge to at least express or at least acknowledge what someone has to say before being so judgmental. When people give inputs about your personal life, well, hate to break it to you, certain individual, when you put your personal life out there, you aren't responsible for what you put out there or what you talk about. It's your content. Hasn't someone done this like this before? Oh yeah, there has. And he reeks like an onion. If you can get the reference right there, then I congratulate you. And I don't mean that sarcastically. But yeah, so this is the life lesson that I wanted to tell everyone of you. To be thankful for what you have. If you have an audience that's damn glad to be watching you, then, that's something to be thankful for. And that's something that should at least make you happy. And I'm not saying that it should. I'm just saying that, if it makes you happy doing what you do, then by all means do it. But don't sit there and tell your audience to fuck off or go to hell because they don't happen to, like what you have to say sometimes. There's certain people that are actually willing to give it a chance to actually listen to what you have to say. Especially to the parts of this certain individual, by the way, for stirring up stupid drama and spewing all this stupid nonsense. That's what. Now, ending it off, I'm very humble and honored, and I'm glad I have a very cool audience. And over 800 subs. I mean, I know the sub count thing, like I said before, and before anyone gets judgmental about what I have to say, the sub count does not matter to me. It's just a number. But I'm glad that there's over 800 people watching, and I'm pretty thrilled about that because people are taking the time to see what I have to say, and I'm pretty happy about that. There's people that will take the time to watch my content. And so I feel very happy about that. And I will always respect my audience. I'm not going to say in any justification to tell them to fuck off or go to hell. I love my audience, and that's the way it's going to be. So anyways, I'm Jasper Winabo, the ThrashMetalGuru. You guys have a very wonderful day, and stay happy, be dedicated to your audience, and just try to have, a positive week.